Good evening, my brave listeners. This is Dr. Sinister, broadcasting live as the world around us plunges into a nightmare of unimaginable horror. For those just tuning in, reports of violent, inexplicable attacks have emerged across the nation. The dead, it seems, are not content to rest quietly in their graves. They have risen, and they are hungry. Cities once filled with light and life are now battlegrounds. The streets of New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago are running red with blood. Entire neighborhoods have been overrun by creatures we can scarcely comprehend. And yet, there is hope. Tonight, I will guide you through this chaos, sharing updates, survival tips, and most importantly, how to stay alive. Let us begin with the reports. In Chicago, the Magnificent Mile is now a wasteland. Eyewitnesses describe packs of the infected moving with terrifying speed, dragging screaming victims into alleyways. Survivors have barricaded themselves in high-rises, but their supplies won't last long. In Los Angeles, the Hollywood Walk of Fame has become a corridor of death. Tourists and residents alike have been torn apart, their remains left in grotesque displays of carnage. The police fought valiantly, but they were overwhelmed. Their bodies now join the ranks of the undead. And then there's New York. Times Square, once a beacon of light, is now a field of shadows and screams. Survivors recount seeing a busload of people dragged out and devoured by the horde. The National Guard attempted to establish a perimeter, but it collapsed within hours. Their brave soldiers now roam the streets as something else. How did this horror begin? That remains the question on everyone's mind. Official channels remain tight-lipped, but rumors are spreading. A top-secret government facility in Colorado, perhaps you've heard of it. Allegedly, they were experimenting with viral agents designed for warfare. One such experiment, codenamed Project Lazarus, may have escaped containment. Survivors in Washington, D.C. report seeing soldiers in biohazard suits abandoning their posts, leaving behind samples of an unknown pathogen. If true, this is no accident. It's a disaster born of human hubris. To those still listening, your survival depends on your actions in the coming hours. Here are the critical steps you must follow. First, avoid large cities. These are epicenters of infection. Hospitals, grocery stores, and airports are now feeding grounds for the dead. Second, if you must fight, remember this: destroy the brain. Bullets, blades, even a sturdy hammer will do. But be warned, hesitation will kill you. These creatures are fast, relentless, and utterly without fear. Now for those seeking refuge, head to sparsely populated areas. Reports from Montana, Iowa, Idaho, and South Dakota suggest these regions remain unaffected. For now, pack lightly, travel only in daylight, and avoid major highways. The infected are drawn to noise and movement, and traffic jams are death traps. If you cannot flee, barricade yourself in a secure location with ample supplies. And for heaven's sake, avoid hospitals. They are the first places to fall. The military and police are fighting valiantly, but their resources are stretched thin. Reports from Miami suggest entire platoons have been wiped out. In Dallas, SWAT teams held their ground for hours, but eventually fell to overwhelming numbers. These brave souls gave their lives for others to escape. My friends, the night grows darker and the air colder. The dead are at our doorsteps, but we are not yet lost. Humanity has faced extinction before, and we have survived. Keep moving, keep fighting, and most importantly, keep hope alive. I will remain here as long as I can, broadcasting updates and sharing the truth. Until then, remember, destroy the brain, avoid infection, and flee to safety. This is Dr. Sinister, signing off. Stay strong and may whatever gods remain watch over us.